I thought, well, I'll just tell my parents, because they knew anyway, kind of thing, because I was always a bit of a tomboy, and I always came across as kind of, you know what I'm saying, more of a kind of playing football, blah, blah, blah. So I just was like, I came down the stairs, and like on my way downstairs I saw my dad, like my stepdad or whatever you want to say, and I was just like, oh, by the way, you know I'm gay, innit? And he was like, yeah, I knew since you was like 7. I was like, ah, fair enough. And then so basically I went like from the top stairs of the house downstairs and just told everyone that I passed on my way. And like my big brother had already caught me and my girlfriend like kissing, so he basically knew. I saw my sister in my room, so I just went, I'm dating Fee, and she was like, really? She was so shocked, yeah. And this girl shares a bedroom with me, yeah, for like a whole year, and she didn't know anything was going on between me and her. It was just quite funny. And then finally I went downstairs, and my mum was like on the exercise bike, and I was like, Mum, you know I'm seeing you, don't you? And she was just like, yeah. She wasn't like, she didn't take it the way I thought she would actually, because obviously she knew already as well, because she's like social work or whatever. So like it was kind of bait anyway. But she went upstairs and she got all these like legislation forms of what gays can and can't do, and all like the discrimination that's allowed towards them. And I was just like, like reading through all these things, and I was just like, well, that's nice, isn't it really? You know what I'm saying? Just tell you, and you're going to tell me all the bad things about it. There's nothing I can really do about it. But she was like supportive, but also I guess she just wanted me to know the bad things, but then, yeah, she didn't take it as I thought she would, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything else. I wasn't told anything else, and it was left to me to kind of discover this thing that I was, and I was scared. I was worried about what I was. I mean, I went through all kind of sorts of, like, I went through depression because of it. It was like, God, what the hell am I? I didn't know how to handle it, and I finally just said, this is who I am, and I can't do anything about it, and that's kind of what happened. Yeah, you don't have any power over it. You don't have any power over the way people are going to react. You don't know how people are going to react. You think the worst, and that's how I did. And I think that's how a lot of gay people do, because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how people are going to be reacting. There's so much negative press, or there has been so much negative press. That's starting to change, thankfully, now, but there's so much negative press about that. You fear that something's going to happen to you. You fear that you're going to get your head kicked in, or if you say, oh, actually I'm gay, or you think that half your friends are going to start beating the crap out of you.
So the early stages of this current relationship?
No, it was longer than a year ago. It was like in the middle of one. It was... so I went home with the intention of telling my mum, and I got her a wee drink, and I got myself one, and then I got her another one. And I don't know what we were talking about. Maybe there was a gay character on the telly or something. It was something like that, and we got into a conversation about it, and Mum was like, so are you gay then? And I was like, yeah, I am. And she said, oh, I'm so relieved. I thought you were going to tell me you were a drug addict. I knew you were going to tell me something. So I thought I was going to... she thought I was going to tell her that I was a drug addict. She must have known that I was building up to tell her something and just thought the worst. And the next morning, I was, you know, are you still all right? Because I was expecting her to be a bit upset, you know? You know, like her expectations would have changed. But she was like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. So I went back, I came back here, and then a week or so later, she sent me a wee letter saying that she was happy for me. So that was nice.
Well, I've sort of always known I've been gay from being young. I've always liked men and stuff, and like fancy boys at school and stuff like that. I first told my sister in '95 that I was gay, and I suffered a lot of depression because I didn't know how to handle the fact that I was gay or that I like men, because living in England, it's not the normal thing to be gay, really. It's like family orientated and stuff. So I went through depression stage of coping with my sexuality. So I told my sister in '95, and then in '98 I came out to my mum and the rest of my family that I was gay. My mum was okay with it, actually. I was surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Because I thought she was gonna like reject me or something like that, because, you know, there's always like sniggering remarks about gay people in the family. You see someone gay on telly, it's like, oh, gay man, oh, you know, and stuff like that. So everyone in the family was like that, so I was a bit nervous about coming out. But everyone was fine, actually. I was quite surprised. My stepdad didn't really like it that much, and he kicked me out of the house that I was living in with my family. So I was homeless for a while because of it, for 3 years.
No. Before I was at university, when I was doing my A-levels, because I went and did my A-levels separately from my schooling, because I left school when I was 16, and then went on to a college of further education between 16 and 18. And I was feeling quite isolated, didn't know quite what to do about my feelings, etc. And actually I met somebody at a young people's sort of youth training scheme type thing on it was youth work, and they were very predatory towards me, I suppose, and they sort of slipped me their phone number and things, and I thought it was a bit odd at the time, but I thought, right, I'm going to come out to this person because they're completely anonymous, you know, and if you know, there's someone I don't have to ever see again if I don't want to. When I did tell them, they sort of said, and me, and that was kind of like my first sort of, then me and them sort of arranged to meet up, etc., and we had a sort of sexual relationship.